Hey y'all, Trenton back here again. And I know it's been a while since I've posted. It's almost been 2 weeks. But I just want to say, first of all, my prayers and my condolences, just sympathy, empathy all goes towards the Bryant family and all those that were really involved in that crash, in that helicopter crash. And really, I don't want to title this R.I.P. Kobe. I don't want to title it, Kobe, rest in peace. I don't want to do that, but I want to talk about something that is relevant to this topic. But not only that, I want to inform you all that I didn't want to make any other video before I made this video. I know it may seem ironic, but I didn't feel comfortable going about my regular YouTube schedule and making a rant or making a how to deal with or, just anything. I didn't feel like doing any other thing before I made this video right here, because it's just a necessary video. It needs to be made. We haven't talked about this before on this channel. Not only that, it's something that we just don't talk about anymore, and it needs to be talked about. But like I said, I really do want to say that this situation has been so messed up. It shocked me. It's a crazy situation, man. I'm wearing my Los Angeles sweatshirt, hey, just representing and whatnot. But just to go and jump into this, this incident or this accident. Unfortunately, like I said, 9 lives were lost Sunday. And, one thing that's really shocking is that we're, obviously all shocked by this. We're thrown off. It really threw me off. I was sitting in bed, and next thing you know, like I said, I was just laying down in bed, and all of a sudden one of my classmates texts me, and he goes, "Mamba dies." I'm like, "Mamba? What are you talking about?" I knew about Kobe Bryant. I knew about the Mamba mentality and how he was the Black Mamba. I knew about that. I knew he was a basketball player, LA Lakers, but it didn't hit me at first. That didn't come to my head at all. And so I looked up on my phone. I said, "Mamba," and I saw "Rest in Peace, Mamba," and I was like, "What is this about?" And next thing you know, all I saw is that Kobe Bryant found dead. And then, unfortunately, 30 or 40 minutes later, next thing you know, his daughter confirmed dead. Next thing you know, 9 people confirmed dead total. It really shocked me. All right. And I have to say, there's just so many things that can be learned in this situation. Safety. I hate to say it, but safety, and there's so many things that can be learned in this situation. Safety, just living life and being able to appreciate the things that you have in life, and just really just question life, understand that this is something it's going to happen to all of us, but death is something that we just don't see coming, unless it's something that we know is going to happen, such as a terminal illness or something like that. But you're probably wondering at the end of the day, how does this connect to the video that you're trying to make? Well, I want to talk about respecting the dead. I think Denzel Curry was, one that said his grandmother told him, respect the dead. And this has been something that I've always kept in my mind, kept in my heart, my heart up here for a long time. Respect the dead. There's no reason to make fun of the dead like that. If anything, if you reflect on something funny that person may have did, okay, that's understandable. But if that person's dead and you're just cracking jokes, that's not funny, And unfortunately with this situation, immediately, people are already cracking jokes. I'm talking about, hasn't even been a week, hasn't even been a day, hasn't even been a flipping month, hasn't been an hour or two. People are already cracking jokes immediately. Just let that sink in. So you all are already being disrespectful towards the dead. You're being disrespectful towards the dead's family. What are you gonna do next? And that's what really made me sad, is that here I am, dude. And not even just sad, but just disappointed and just upset. It's people are already cracking jokes, making fun of the Bryant family, making fun of all these families that were involved. But you have to understand, you have to respect those that may have lost their lives. You have to respect those who are related to them. You have to respect them. Not only that, what's so sad, it's just like I said, people are already making helicopter jokes. People are already cracking, oh, the pilot didn't make the landing. People are already doing that crap, and it's not funny. You have to respect the dead, and you have to understand that they had a life, and there are people that are connected to them that are still alive and have to deal with that pain and that trauma and that hurt, yet you all are still going to crack jokes? Bro, it's not funny. Not only that, another thing that's, obviously pretty interesting is how we make, a bigger deal over Kobe compared to everybody else, even his daughter. And the reason why we do that is simply because he was a celebrity. You know, we tend to put celebrities on a higher pedestal or on a higher stake compared to others. And, you know, that's understandable. But at the same time, we should not forget that, hey, there was, like, tons of other people that, you know, or, well, not tons, but, you know, there was, you know, 7 other people. You know, there was, you know, people were saying, you know, R.I.P. Kobe and Gianna, but they aren't saying R.I.P. all 9 lives. They aren't saying R.I.P. to the 7 others. They aren't saying that. But, you know, you have to understand, there was a wife on there. There was a husband on there. Their daughter was on there. There was another wife on there. Another daughter on there. Players. It's just a pilot. It's like, dude, you also have to consider, you know, all these other people too. And that's another thing. It's like, we also have to, you know, keep in mind that, yes, not only did Kobe Bryant and his daughter die, but 7 others died. You know, and we have to also keep that in respect and keep that in the thought and consideration. And just another thing in general is like, dude, this is a learning situation, man. It's a learning situation. It's not a laughing matter. It's not the time to crack jokes. I've said the same thing with 9/11. Like, 9/11 is not funny, yet people are still cracking jokes about 9/11. Just terrorist attacks are not funny. Natural disasters are not necessarily funny. Like, none of these things are really funny, man. But we still crack jokes about them. Like I said, dude, like, people at school, you know, already talking about, you know, just helicopter jokes, man, like paper airplanes, all type of mess, and it's just not funny, man. If you're gonna respect the dead, you have to really take in consideration. You have to take in consideration just them. It's like, it shouldn't even really have to be put into words. It should just be common sense. Like, dude, the person's not even here anymore, man. Respect them, like, respect their legacy, or respect what they had. You know, and that's just the truth, man. Like, I don't think I've ever been this, like, heated on a video, or this upset, or this disappointed. I'm sorry if some of you all are feeling, like, negative energy from me, but I'm just trying to be helpful, man. I'm really am. I'm trying to just shed light on something that needs to be shed on, you know. But, it was Trenton Moore back here again, man. Respect the dead. Take them into your consideration. And I'll see you all later. Peace.